Hello and welcome to a 1v1 on 4-leaf Clover. This is a classic 3599 Supreme Commander Forged Alliance, of course. Cybern on Cybern. We got Crowbar going first land, 2 P-Gens, 2 Mask Extractors running to the middle. Actually going to get a couple more Mask Extractors, a whole bunch of mass in the middle. And Bulldozer here with a very similar build. An extra P-Gen, that's the difference, also first land. Should be a really good game. So here it's 4 identical spots. Gonna try to capture one of these expansions and prevent the other. So let's see, we got a scout coming in, a very early NG. First NG from Crowbar is going to the middle to pick up the mass. Looks like the first NG's for Bulldozer going to the Hydro. First 2 to the Hydro, another one. Picking up Mask Extractors, so a very big difference here. And we can see the ACU for Bulldozer going to the middle, bypassing the Mask Extractors. One thing to note, NGs are faster than ACUs, so if you try to rush for mass, NGs are sometimes very good. See the scout here preventing any hunters from taking out that NG. And we do have hunters coming into the middle, so we might see that NG get killed here. You see Crowbar in the distance. He's going to be a little late picking up those Mask Extractors. And here come the hunters. We might see the first kill of the game. And this NG is not going to get too much mass. However, very close. There's a Mantis here from Crowbar. Was able to take out only one of the hunters. We got the hunters versus Mantis. Mantis does the right thing and just starts retreating. Still 2v1, it loses. Now Crowbar is going to make factories here with his ACU. It looks like the middle, only one chunk of mass is reclaimed, is going to belong to Bulldozer. With his ACU, it's really going to take Crowbar's ACU to do anything about it. This is going to be a very sneaky hunter here for Bulldozer. There's another vulnerable NG. It looks like a Mantis or a couple hunters coming out for Crowbar to protect it. Absolutely no pressure on a Bulldozer this entire game. So 3 land factories with the ACU, plus now we're going to get a radar. And you can see now, yeah, lots of mass for Bulldozer. We have finally seen an air factory here after 4 land from Crowbar, and then still no air from Bulldozer. He's also getting a few land factories. Looks like he's got 4 planned, 5 total. And here come these are Mantis from Crowbar. Actually 4th and 5th land factories from Crowbar with his ACU. And he completely gave all this mass away to Bulldozer. Just out of curiosity here, minute 5, Bulldozer is 1500, Crowbar with 1200, actually quite close. Probably the difference is there are a lot of rocks here at the base that you can reclaim. These still belong to Bulldozer, so Bulldozer still has a lot of mass to reclaim. It's a pretty nice force, nearly something like 20 Mantis plus a few Arty. See a wall being constructed. Looks like the hunter was taken out. And we'll see. And it looks like an NG here from Bulldozer is going to try to claim all these Mask Extractors. So it looks like Bulldozer wants to take both expansions, one with ACU and NG and the other one with an NG. Absolutely no expansion yet from Crowbar, and he does have Air Force now. He just sent a interceptor to scout. He saw that the factory is brand new here for Bulldozer, now making some interceptors. And still just interceptors from Crowbar, and looks like he's just going to patrol over Bulldozer's factory. Crowbar now getting an upgrade. It looks like he just got stealth. He might already have the gun. And this will be a very bad situation if that stealth gun going up against Bulldozer's ACU. Now he's getting an upgrade as well. A few PDs here to protect the bases. Definitely map control is shifting in Bulldozer's favor. We do not see any T2 Mask Extractors. There's no taking, it's just power. And here comes this ACU. You can see the Manti can help the ACU upgrade. But here comes Crowbar. Bulldozer might be in a little bit of trouble. He might consider canceling, but it'll be a big loss. He does cancel. And now, yeah, Bulldozer could be in a lot of trouble, but for some reason Crowbar retreats. If he would have just kept on pushing, he had superior forces, a better gun. Well, it was the PD that forced Crowbar into retreating, so a very good PD from Bulldozer basically saves him here at minute 8. Oh, he got NGs here from Bulldozer all over the place, and now here come the bombers from Bulldozer about to get taken out. Definitely a superior air force from Crowbar. It's a pretty nice air spam, plus now we got a transport. And we'll see Crowbar trying to take the expansions via air. Crowbar is now just sitting there with 13 kills. He's going to pick up a few mass extractors, a big team of engineers here. Looks like they're going to mostly be reclaiming this basically the initial battle of the match here. A few wrecks. Bulldozer now retreating, no upgrades yet. Actually, it looks like it does have stealth, but no gun. T2 now. Hoplites coming out for Bulldozer. T2 land. We don't see any T2 land from Crowbar yet. Some T2 mass extractors from Bulldozer, as well as some bombers. And this is a very big T1 force here now. Hoplite is going to get taken out. And here comes a force. Yeah, it was a successful drop now from Crowbar. He's going to take this bottom expansion. Looks like the map is going to be cut vertically. Crowbar now 14 kills, taking on some hoplites. Bulldozer getting another upgrade. Middle completely belongs to Crowbar now. If you lose middle on this map, you're in big trouble because all the choke points go to the middle, and you can really force a Bulldozer out of the expansions, and it looks like big trouble for a Bulldozer here. That was a single engine try to get a base going, and now most of his assets are being destroyed. A Bulldozer here with the gun as well, so both ACUs got the gun in stealth. Here comes a bomber. And you see Bulldozer with 2 kills, Crowbar with 18. Very similar forces. Of course, T2 from Bulldozer can really shift this game. We also see T2 land here from Crowbar. He's making some T2 power, as well as upgrading some mass extractors. It's a very vulnerable base here from Bulldozer. He does have some T1 there. And yeah, you can see him pushing to this choke point. He's going to secure it with T2. It's a nice overcharge from Crowbar against the hoplite. Looks like trouble here on the bottom for Crowbar. His freshly made base is being attacked, but it looks like he'll have enough to defend. Now you can see these hoplites, the advantage, Tech 1 versus Tech 2, completely outranged the Manti. Manti move out of the middle. Now the middle does belong to Bulldozer. This is basically a very hard hoplite spam. A lot of entries around this factory, and a pretty good air force now from Bulldozer as well. We also see hoplites not coming out for Crowbar, and actually it doesn't look like Crowbar will be able to defend numbers for Bulldozer. And this other base completely belongs to Bulldozer, so map control definitely in Bulldozer's favor, where he was able to take the middle with the earlier T2. It's going to be an air fight. Actually, looks like this air fight is going to belong to Crowbar, but a lot of bombers coming in. Not clear what they were trying to take out, but that was a complete massacre in terms of air. I believe there was some flak on the bottom. Nice missile launcher from Bulldozer trying to shoot over this mountain. Gets taken out. Also some T2 flag from Bulldozer. Don't want to fly T1 over this. And now it appears that we do have Crowbar pushing. He now has a nice hoplite force plus some flak and a stealth field. See very similar things from Bulldozer, but there are also T2 engineers in the field for Bulldozer. Getting T2 PDs is going to be very valuable. Of course, they seem a little late. Crowbar is going to prevent this construction. Still a very tough battle here in this bottom expansion. It looks like Bulldozer is going to win it by 3 or 4 units. There's a hoplite fight. Really, the stealth fields here are very valuable. Interesting cyber on cyber, and finally we see a bunch of T1 sneaking into Bulldozer's top expansion. But Bulldozer does have a pretty nice T1 force up there. It's going to be T2 and T2. They're going to get close, very similar numbers. But it looks like actually an advantage for Bulldozer once again. So far most things have gone Bulldozer's way. He does have T3 air now with ASF. Remember 3599, you can make ASF with really not too much power at all. Should have T2 power somewhere. It doesn't look like he has T2 power anywhere. Make it ASF. There is T2 power for T2 air factory. T2 power for Crowbar. That's really the only way for Bulldozer to get the air back. Big advantage for Crowbar. Now this T1 force does sneak in, but will be taken out by Bulldozer. And a T2 fight on the bottom, very similar numbers. And these are successful PDs now from Bulldozers. These T2 NGs, he's going to be extremely valuable T2. And now missiles, cruise missile launcher from Crowbar. This could actually reach quite a bit of the map. 23 kills, 16 kills. These PDs are doing a lot of damage. So Crowbar is going to attack these PDs with his ACU. Here come the ASF. It's going to be ASF versus T1. Big numbers for Crowbar. Should be able to win this battle. It's a nice T2 force just snuck into this expansion. Looks like he's going to split it into two. This is not clear what's happening. These should be running. Bad move from Crowbar there. Now they're going to finally start running. Actually, this could be a good move. He split the force. It looks like it made Bulldozer think that he took out this entire force, but there is a stealth field here. This sneaky force is going to try to take out that entire expansion. Looks like air is beginning to belong to Bulldozer with this ASF. He's going to attempt to prevent any more construction. Crowbar going T3 with air, making some flak with his T2 land factory. And map control still in Bulldozer's favor. See T3 land for Bulldozer. He's really got only two T2 mass extractors for Bulldozer. Quite a few T2 mass extractors for Crowbar. That's really the only way he can compete with the superior map control of Bulldozer, with a little more teching, a little more defensive. But he really got to move out. You see a lot of walls planned for Bulldozer to prevent any sneak attacks in his expansion. It's a very good missile launcher here. Trying to take out the mass extractor. This is successful. A lot of TMD here. Where is the ACU for Crowbar? He's sitting under a shield next to a TMD, so a very safe place for Crowbar. And we are now seeing T3. This is a loyalist. This is an excellent tactical missile defense unit. And now it looks like he's going to try to probe the defenses. Hoplite versus loyalist. T3 versus T1. However, this T3 runs into the PD and is going to get taken out. It's going to turn into a nice chunk of mass here for Crowbar. Now we are seeing Strat bombers coming out for Bulldozer. And notice Bulldozer's ACU is all alone here in the expansion, although protected by some walls. Here comes the Strat. Completely misses. We are seeing T3 anti-air here. Excellent anti-Strat bomber defense. And it looks like that's not going to be a very successful Strat bomber. Well, nearly takes out a T2 mass extractor. This is a problem with the Cyber bombers. It takes them 2 hits to kill a T2 mass extractor, although their splash damage is by far the best. Here's some heavy arty, T3 land unit from Bulldozer. It is going to deploy directly in the middle of the map. It's going to start bombarding Crowbar's position. This is really the only way to counter that. It looks like there's T3 from both ends here. Yeah, you can see serious damage against this TMD. We see Crowbar now moving out. He's going to run into some loyalists. Big trouble for Crowbar if he keeps on moving this direction. He's got to retreat. He doesn't really have too much land at all. He's working on a chicken, T3 power here. And he does have a bunch of loyalists moving into his base, trying to get some T1 PD up. It's going to be deadly loyalists from Bulldozer. Successful T1 PD. And now they are spreading out. This is great loyalists. Plus a Strat Bomber overhead. Takes out the T2 power, takes out a lot of NGs. 13 kills, 9 kills. That was devastating attack from Bulldozer, sneaking past the ACU. This is Artie that is seems to be lost. Not clear where it's gone. And now it looks like these loyalists are going after the mass extractors. 20 kills. Some T2 PD here attacking some of the loyalists. Crowbar is going to try to take out one of the loyalists. The other one runs away. You see, these Strat Bombers have been causing damage, plus a drop now from Bulldozer. You can see here Crowbar really on the back foot. They did lose until the T3 stage. It's a very even game, even though Bulldozer had map control. But now at T3, a big loss for Crowbar. His really only chance is to get that spider to get some map back. Here is a successful drop with a whole bunch of Artie. 24 kill loyalists. And gets taken out by an overcharge. Probably not the best attack going up against the ACU. A whole bunch of bricks now. We got 5 bricks going through the middle. That is a very serious force. Can outrange the ACU. And a drop now. 2 Arties from Bulldozers going to take out some mass extractors, and these bricks are going to be big trouble for Crowbar. Here comes the Strat Bomber. They only get 1 pass in, but they do cause damage. 9 kills, huge kills for that anti-air. Now it appears that Crowbar is going to force these bricks back, which is weird, given that they can outrange it and have much more power. Take 5 overcharges as long as they're spread out. And Crowbar is actually going to move out, and now he moves back. And as you can see, absolute map control and good pressure from Bulldozer. Continuous drops. Really no mass extractors whatsoever. It looks like Crowbar is forced to eat his own base to get mass for this spider. He just has 1 T1 mass extractor, another T1 mass extractor. He just destroyed his mass storage to reclaim it. More Strat Bombers coming in from Bulldozer. And this spider is now complete. So this becomes interesting. No base, but an experimental. And here's a heavy artillery shelling this freshly built spider. This is a very important unit, T3 power. As long as Crowbar has that T3 power, he should be in good shape. Well, relatively good shape, because there should be a lot of mass, a lot of wrecks that is going to be created by this spider. Another thing you should worry about are engineers. He really doesn't have a lot of build capacity whatsoever. We also see a spider being built now by Bulldozer. He's about halfway done. He should be able to build it quite fast given his economy. He does have now still only T2 mass extractors. Looks like Bulldozer did not put any economy into his economy. He's basically been making Strat Bombers, bricks. The spider is now walking into the middle. We see a bunch of bricks retreating now. Spider is 2/3 of the way done. Bulldozer retreating with his ACU. Some flak here with Crowbar, 47 kills, now retreating back to base. Strat Bombers attacking the spider. Spider for Bulldozer nearly complete. This will be very close, but it looks like this will be a successful Spider from, oh, this is going to be bad. See how powerful these bricks are. And an overcharge from Bulldozer. Bulldozer goes down in health. 2,000 health. And that was a very close call. Could have been dead right there if that spider kept on shooting. But basically a nice chunk of mass delivered. That was all the last mass from Crowbar. That was reclaimed factories now just sitting there for Bulldozer to reclaim, and Crowbar basically no way back from him. Here at minute 30, he doesn't really have a base, continuous bombing, total air loss, and a spider coming into his base. So I guess what we learned, actually he's going on a transport. Very dangerous thing to do given ASF over his base. And it looks like he's just going to fly into the middle. Map control really won the day here. We saw a lot more teching from Crowbar. He had a bunch of T2 mass extractors. Much better map control from Crowbar, and there goes his ACU. So a great win for Bulldozer.